I am Skyler.
And I'm Actiel from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are watching Breaking Bad Season 3. We are at Episode 4.
Yes.
Green Light.
Things are heating up for a lot of characters this season. What happened last time?
What happened last time? Walter is back home, Jesse is back home, but everybody's broken.
Yeah.
Hank has got a promotion, he's go back to El Paso.
Doesn't like that.
We saw the twins wanting to kill Walter.
They made a deal with Gus. They are supposed to wait. They're supposed to wait till he's done with his business with them.
Their boss can't control them.
There's no guarantee that they won't try, so yeah. And Hank started a fight. He's really becoming reckless. He's not thinking about his actions. He's just fighting people now.
He's just hiding his emotion away.
And Skyler fucked Ted.
Nah, she fucked Ted. That's the last words of the episode. Yes.
Yeah, harsh blow. So this is where we are right now. Let's see, let's not wait any longer. Let's see how the characters handle everything and how Walter reacts to what he heard last episode.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse's cooking.
Yes, Jesse's cooking. So there's that too. So yeah, let's go back to Breaking Bad.
So cigarettes and gas, $79.70. Crap. There's an ATM right outside.
Yeah, I don't have a card. Hold on a second.
No.
Maybe we could, trade.
Is she gonna take it?
Ever try it?
I mean, I smoke pot a lot sometimes.
This is not, it's like kind of next level though.
Oh, le drill. Mon Dieu! The sexual tension
I
here.
told you, he's charming. Like, they're... And the way he reacted when he didn't have his money, I feel like he did it on purpose, almost, you know?
It's sad. But it's sad you're making one. You pushed her. Like, you know you did the same thing that you did with Jane. Oh.
Does it hurt?
Oh.
So that could be why he did it.
It's the contrast between Jesse from Season 2 and Jesse from Season 3.
It's the Jesse that doesn't give a shit anymore.
And it just won his gas paid.
Excuse me, Mr. Bennett is not available.
Come on.
Sir, excuse me. Excuse me.
Ted, I can see you. I can see you standing right there in your office. Now, come on. Open the door. Come on, let's talk. I just want to talk. That's all. Got this, huh? Okay.
Hey, Walt, I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
Oh, yes, you are.
You're in my wife!
You're damn right you are. You're right in the middle. Just open the door. Let's talk about it, okay?
Call the police.
Open the door, Ted. Right now.
I'd be scared too.
You fucked my wife!
Plan B. How do you like that? Plan B.
J'ai oublié d'avaler.
I'm talking with Ted.
How to make a scene? Walter!
Yeah.
Why?
It'd be better if he could actually, you know.
Next time, you'll open the door. Damn it. What's wrong? What's your turn? Just, okay, all right. I'm calm.
He made himself look like a fool.
Yes, he made a scene and now the drama of the office will be
They'll talk about this.
spicy, look.
They'll talk about this for years.
Eee.
Mr. White?
Our teacher hasn't been hasn't moved in like 30 minutes.
Honey,
He's still not here.
what's up?
I can't begin to understand what you're going through, Walt.
I think during season 1 and 2, he's making a character as himself. Like he's hiding everything, but now he's got nothing to lose and you don't lie anymore. He's just done.
Keep that in mind, because watch the entire scene and then yeah, we'll come back.
Are you feeling okay? Do you think maybe I should call Skyler?
Oh.
She hurt him, so he's trying to hurt her back. No, that's not gonna work.
Well, hey! Walt, what's wrong with you?
He's just not there anymore.
It's a price. That's why she's wearing green.
Everything is going wrong in his life, so I think that's why he's acting like this.
He doesn't give a shit anymore. That's what I was saying. Like he doesn't care about anything right now. He's not making any character. He's not making. He doesn't care about his science class.
You're the one always talking about DC, okay? This is how you get there. You answer the bell. You pay your dues.
What about last time?
What about last time?
Ben là. I mean, come on, man. What about last
Like,
time?
it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He's past it now.
Ben ouais. She cares about you. Mary is maybe the character I dislike the most.
Yeah. As a lot of people probably do. You learn to love her eventually.
But she cares about you, man. And she can see right through you.
Yeah. I think it's I'm supposed to be getting on a plane right now.
He doesn't want to go.
No, he got called because
Stuff
he
this
found
guy had
some
was
blue
blue.
meth.
You sure about that?
It's his thing, you know, it's his case,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Faith just so happened to help him along, and he doesn't go to help Paso, but him finding blue meth usually doesn't mean a good thing for Jesse or Walter.
But where do they find blue meth? He just cooked a batch.
Yeah, where do you think they found blue meth?
I don't know. With the girl.
And yeah, Walt just lost his job.
Oh. Ah ben oui.
What's this? In the end, I just went with 2 reflux condensers. I didn't want to lose track of my pH levels. But I did everything else just like you taught me.
It's not blue, but it's blue.
Super
Good
careful
stuff.
my amounts and
He's proud of
watch the
himself.
numbers every step of the way.
What in the hell is this?
What?
What? This is my product. This is my formula. This is mine.
It's our product. But yeah, I was gonna cut you in.
Oh, you were gonna cut me in? No. I cut you in.
No, but that's the problem. All I'm asking is for you to set a meet.
Absolutely not. I am not going to lend my name to an inferior product. I mean, look at the diameters here. Now, this is very shoddy work.
Oh.
I'm actually
Pride.
embarrassed for you.
Ah.
Everyone said it was the bomb.
Because it's probably better than a lot of the stuff they had.
And who were they, I wonder? A bunch of meth heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
Bang.
know, right?
It's kind of your clients.
Fine, asswat. You know what? I'll contact the guy myself.
Oh, yeah? Well, good luck, because my guy is a pro, and he doesn't deal with junkies. Hey, you know what? Eat me. Anytime, loser. Oh, hey. Wait. Hey!
You deserve that, bitch. Oh, man.
No, Walter
How
was
he
a dick in that scene.
How he fucking turned from, you know, friend, you know, partner to this asshole.
But right now he's closing all the doors in front of him.
It's his pride. It's his product. It's his work, and
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His pride is closing all the doors. Right now he can go to Skyler's office, he can go to school, he can go with Jesse. What is he gonna do?
Well, good news is, for stage 3 cancer, the guy's doing well, physically. Mentally, the guy's a disaster.
Thanks,
He's gone off the rails over this thing with his wife. Your friends were at his place again, by the way. They drew something on the street outside his house. A scythe.
Oh, he saw it. That's why he said.
Yeah.
Does the lawyer know? Should he? No. Why not just tell him? You're the only thing that stands between him and an axe in the head.
I don't believe fear to be an effective motivator. I want investment. For now, I'm simply interested in time frame.
He's still the medical
From the
case.
lawyer, I'm
Yeah,
supposed
he
to let
needs to
you
keep
know
an eye on
the
it, on his
kid's
investment.
looking to sell.
I don't work with junkies.
Well, that's what I thought you'd say. Probably for the best. What I hear, he and Walter are Splitsville.
Really? Do the deal.
Do you see what he just did?
No.
He doesn't want to work with Jesse, but selling his product might just push Walter enough to come back so someone else doesn't sell his meth. He's gonna be using Jesse so Walt works for him. Because Gus is good like that. He understands that Walt has pride, and he won't like that Jesse can cook not as good as him.
No,
but close enough.
if Gus do business with Jesse, Walter will be proud and he'll be mad and he'll go cook again.
He'll want to defend his product and be the actual Heisenberg behind the name.
Gus know the character.
What's your name, darling?
Kara.
Where'd this come from, Kara?
I honestly don't know where
Stop. You look like a good kid. I'm not here to get you in trouble, but you need to tell me where this came from right now.
Some guy, he came in a couple days ago and...
Listen to me. It's real important that I find the person that had these drugs. So if you can remember anything else. Come on. Think.
He drove an RV.
He's very close.
Better call Saul.
Jesse making it on his own, but then Hank being right there behind him.
You can seriously enjoy, yo.
He doesn't trust him, but he takes the deal.
Oh,
Gus is seeing an opportunity.
exactly.
Not a lot.
It's his half. They're not stupid, like they know he's Walt's partner.
What the hell? This is only half.
That's right. It's your half.
So Walter will know.
Well, yeah, that's the plan. It is technically Walt's recipe, so yeah. Copyrights.
Are you going to El Paso, Hank?
Hell yes. With pointy boots and bells on. Just I got this break in the Heisenberg case.
The blue meth, you mean? The 10th?
Yeah, well, that teeth got things rolling. I traced it to a gas station in Cipolla, and that's where I got these. You know, we always thought these guys might be camper cooking, right?
There's no clear view of the plates.
Yeah, well, you can only get so lucky, right?
He's willing to go look at every RV out there.
Mexico registration. I checked with DMV. There are only 29 of these early
It's his
80s
scapegoat.
found registered in the state.
It's his obsession that keeps him away from everything else.
Yeah. So I gotta go, knock on some doors.
So you're refusing the assignment?
No, I'm not. I'll go. It's just, I need some more time.
You're not hearing me, Agent Schrader. You're out of time. Are you going to El Paso now? Tonight?
No. I can't.
Shaking.
But that's only because I'm really close to something big here.
He said it at least. He's like, you give him what, like, he's in his 50s? It's 50 years of conditioning to not showing weakness and emotions.
Being a tough guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity. They found him?
It's Gus's guy.
Right? He found them. He found him.
Now react, man. Gus just has to push one button.
Green light.
Yep.
So he's going. He's gonna go through it. He's gonna go. He's running. Like I'm gonna go to bed. Back at it again.
Well, you know
we're back in business.
The next episode is called Mas. As in
more.
Plus. Yeah, more. First episode was called No Mas.
No Mas. Green light. No, it was IFL. The first episode of the season 3. No Mas.
Yeah. And he said he was done. No more. Next episode is called Mas.
Now we're green light, and then it's Mas.
Obviously, Gus, like we talked about this, Gus is a good character reader. He knows how people work. He read Walter perfectly. He knows exactly what this is gonna do.
Yes. And we saw it in episode 1 or 2, I think, when he went back to the restaurant at Polo City on Hygon.
Yeah, he said no, but then
no, but you did a great job. You were good. You made money. Yeah, you was at the first. I think it was with greed. Like I can pay you. I don't remember like $2 million.
He tried greed.
He tried greed. It doesn't work. Oh, he works with vice. He tries with greed. It doesn't work. He tries with pride. If it works or not.
Yeah, and fear wouldn't work and stuff, like, but he doesn't believe in that, so he tried pride, and he nailed it. Especially after we saw that discussion he had with Jesse in the parking lot. The entire scene, like, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's Walt. We've seen it before. He gets angry when whenever he feels threatened, whenever he feels, not respected enough.
Lowered.
Yeah, he basically bashes Jesse. Jesse is like his punching bag when it comes to that. Exactly. So
to make himself more than Jesse, and it's wrong because Jesse just want to be appreciated.
That's exactly what happened.
I just want to be appreciated.
When you saw the smile he had on his face, like he expected.
It's good, right? It's good, right? It's not good. There's flaws and everything.
He expected Walt to say like, "Good job, kid. You're learning and you're becoming better," and he is. It's obviously better than the shit he used to do. At first,
he was a teacher who was a drug dealer. But right now, he was a drug dealer playing a teacher.
We got masks. The idea of masks in this show, like some people say, like that masks don't exist, and it's true. Like Walter White is Heisenberg. Like there's no mask of personality here, but he likes to pretend that, and that's why we dissociate them, like Walter White and Heisenberg. He likes to pretend that he is still Walter White, the guy that is not a criminal, the family man, the guy who doesn't want to do drugs, just a chemist. But he is also Heisenberg. He does this face whenever he switches it on, whenever there is no pretending anymore, and he gets angry, he gets mad, he gets violent and vicious, and that's when he basically insults Jesse. That's when his pride takes over. He does that Heisenberg face. That was the drug dealer. He doesn't want his name, it's about pride, he doesn't want his name in the drug world to be associated with a product that could be lesser than what he could do.
Perfection that he can do.
Yeah. So this is what's going to work out for Gus, because basically Jesse's product is going to be known as Heisenberg's, and he's going to hate that. So there's that. And there's also, I think, the fact that seeing that Jesse could maybe basically do something on his own that resembles what he did could also be a punch to his ego.
I sure hope it was quite good. The stuff Jesse cooked was, maybe it was good, but it's not Walter's expectation. He doesn't want to give credit to Jesse.
They'll introduce one thing in season 3, a percentage. So we'll talk more about the chemistry aspect of making meth, and we'll talk about purity when it comes to meth. I don't remember the actual numbers, but we'll see them. We'll see what Walt's number of purity is, and eventually we'll also get to see what Jesse's number of purity is. You'll like that.
I won't be surprised, but I will be happy.
Well, it's not about being surprised.
But right now, I called it maybe that Jesse will cook and Heisenberg will make the deal.
I'm not saying he can surpass him, though. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Right now, he doesn't want. They are looking at each other for something. Well, how can I say? How can I explain it? Jesse looks at Walter like a dad figure, and he wants to be appreciated. He wants to be. He wants to make him proud. But Walter won't give the credit he needed, and Walter.
He gives him the time as long as Jesse doesn't try to do things on his own. Because and keep going with what you were saying. Because Walter wants from Jesse.
Huh?
What does Walter want from Jesse?
Like a son. He saw himself as a kid, someone who wants to learn.
I did introduce that before because that's how I like to see them. And there will be stuff later on that will clarify more how Walter sees Jesse, but we're not there yet. I like to see them as, he sees him as a student at first.
Yes.
A puppy, a pupil. And he
could... Also a puppy. He was quite a puppy in last episode in his house.
Well, yeah. But I like to see it as the more he goes into this world and the more he becomes Heisenberg full-time, the less he connects with his son, with his own son and his family. So as he dissociates himself from Walter White and goes into Heisenberg, Jesse becomes the son figure. When he's Walter White, Flynn / Walter Jr. is his son, but when he's Heisenberg, that's Jesse. That's how I see it. So as he goes more into this other world, Jesse becomes the guy he connects with, the guy he teaches stuff, the guy he makes an emotional connection with, because his son doesn't know that side of his life. So that's how I see it. But when he looks at Jesse, from what we've seen so far, we can say that Walter liked the respect, liked the fact that Jesse was a screw-up, knew nothing, and looked up to Walter as the teacher could basically show him the way. Teach me what you know, basically.
Jesse knows everything about Walter. He knows his life, where he came through, and now the drug dealing. Mm-hmm. Walter doesn't have any single idea that his father is dealing drugs. So maybe Walter has a more intense connection with his secrets with Jesse. And Jesse just want to be his Padawan, I think.
Well, that's the thing, which is why I was saying, he freaks out because his product is being taken over by someone else. But I think there's a little bit of Jesse doesn't need you anymore. Like he can do stuff on his own, so he's losing the student. Because we could argue that Walter doesn't really want that much from Jesse. But then, in my opinion, if that's true, why does he just get rid of him? Why don't they just part ways? He keeps having him around, he likes to have him around. He keeps going back to him too. He says it's because he needs a partner. Well, we'll see what happens in the season because now maybe he won't need a partner. He's got Gus, so we'll see if he actually needs Jesse, if he keeps bringing him up, to him, or if he decides that he can no longer, afford to have a partner and he can do stuff on his own and get the recognition on his own too. We'll see. Depends. But
now that you're telling me that the percentage of the clearness of the drug,
you just want to know.
I just hope it's Jesse who's got a much cleaner meth.
Well, don't get your hopes too high. Like, remember that Walter is a university, chemist that could have taught at university. Like he's.
Yeah, and he was a researcher and he helped building a company.
And he's much older, he's got much more experience, but
Jesse can be quite near.
If given the chance, he could definitely go near. And that's the thing, the percentage, like sometimes we look at, how they dress, how the houses look and stuff. Percentage can also show growth when it comes to how he applies himself. So that would be interesting to see when we get to the percentages and see what it is for both guys. So yeah, so that conversation broke my heart. But I love these two together. When they fight, when they make up, when they act together, they're just so good. They feed off of each other, you know. So the energy just flows perfectly between the two. So I liked it.
But I think like when you tell me last season that Jesse was supposed to be dead by now.
In season 1 he was supposed to die, but then people really enjoyed Aaron Paul's acting and performance, and they ended up liking Jesse, and now I think they can never imagine Breaking Bad without Jesse.
Okay,
Jesse is that other character. Sorry.
So Jesse was supposed to be dead by now, so I do believe that in the story Walter is supposed to make it all solo, but now he's got a connection with Jesse. He was there till the beginning, so maybe I see it more that you need to make a connection to make Jesse livable.
To make him worth
staying in the show. Yeah.
We will see. The thing with Breaking Bad is that they're very good at adapting. At this point, like, Jesse is part of the story. They already know it, so they probably know where they're gonna take him, but they are also open to where the story will take them. That's one thing that happens sometimes when you write. You'll have this idea of a show or a story, you'll start something, and then as you write, the characters will start writing themselves, and that's when the story is being taken over by the characters. This is also when you can, figure out what the story truly is about. You'll be writing about something, but then as you write the characters will tell you, no, it's really about this instead of what you thought. So you could change your mind about where your story is going to go. You did not understand a thing about what I just said.
I understand, but I don't know where you're going with this. Like, the story will go somewhere, someplace.
They could have started, let me make it about Breaking Bad then. They could have started the show thinking that it was going to be about Walter's journey, but then as Jesse got involved and they wrote this character and it got played out by Aaron Paul, you can understand that there is something deeper and more nice to explore in a TV show with their connection and their partnership than just Walter alone. So he became
their relation at large, because they don't have right now they are not having a partnership.
No, but I think Breaking Bad would not be as good if Jesse wasn't in it, because as much as this show is about Walter's journey, Breaking Bad, I think it's truly about Jesse and Walter doing this together, and both of them going through the struggles of what it means to be a drug dealer. So as they wrote Jesse in season 1, the character just became so important that they realized the relationship between the two was even more important and worth telling than just the story of the drug dealer.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense now?
We had a little bit of spice to the story. Like, it's not just like if Jesse died, I think we would just have to see Walter turn bad.
They would have done something else, obviously.
Yes, but maybe it's ups and downs. But with Jesse, we have a more complex character and more complex relation. I enjoyed that he kept Jesse in the story.
Me too, especially considering he's my favorite character.
Considering just the story with Jane, you're like, this is a shit show that you could have done if you only had Walter. He would have been only selfish and everything, but he's not when it's about Jesse.
Yeah.
And
so like family. I said, their relationship to me is more important.
Even his family is kind of selfish. He doesn't care about Skyler's opinion, doesn't care about Skyler's feelings. He just wants to be the dad of the family. He just wants people around him.
Even Walter Jr., when he taught him how to drive, you remember? He wanted to drive with both his feet because of his disability. It was easier for him to use both feet. And Walter kept, pushing his own way, saying, no, you're not doing it the right way. Use only 1 foot. And then because of that, he freaked him out and they crashed.
Yep.
Yeah, so he doesn't give a shit about his family's feelings.
And the scene with Hank at the pool at the party, like he was making Walter Jr. drunk.
Yep.
He making him throw up, and he doesn't even want his kid to like him. He just wants his kid to look at him.
He wants to keep them, basically.
What are you looking for to him? I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, something like that.
But he just wants, look at me, I'm the good guy. It's like, I'm the proud. You should be proud to be my son. It's a lot of selfishness in the story, but not when it's about Jesse. I don't think but he's kind of selfish too, but he can be No, he bring Jesse to rehab.
The thing with Jesse is that he's very good at making Walter feel bad about the stuff he does, but then Walter still, he will do these things to him. He will, bash him. He will insult him. He will make him go through hell. But then compared to Skyler or Flynn, he will also realize that what he did messed him up. So he will have a lot more moments with Jesse where he's like, fuck, I screwed up, and he's gonna try to make up for it without ever saying sorry, but still trying. So they have a dynamic between the two. They have a relationship that is, in my opinion, much more interesting than all of his other relationships, and it just keeps growing. So that's why it's so interesting to have them both in the show. But yeah, so that was Jesse and Walter this episode.
Skyler! I want to talk about Skyler.
Go ahead.
She fucked Ted.
She keeps fucking Ted.
That's it. I think I talked about it, and I think that Ted is kind of an escape to her life with Walter, her marriage. And he looked like the perfect guy to run away, but she doesn't. I think right at the moment she doesn't want to.
He was her confidant. He was the guy she talked to about how she didn't connect with Walter anymore, and he made her feel respected, he made her feel listened to, he made her feel great. So, and now that she's lost everything else, she uses him as a way to escape from what's going on at home. Which is what Walter also tried to do this episode with the principal, which was bullshit.
It's I think Ted is kind of he's done à elle.
He's giving himself to her?
Yes, a lot. Like Walter, you just want his family back and you're gonna go with it, and maybe she's more like...
She's a fantasy for him.
Walter has the power and has the guts in the family, and Skyler doesn't have a word to say right now.
Well, at first it wasn't true, though. At first it was the contrary.
Why? She tried to make control, and Walter just doesn't care about what she's feeling and what she wants. But Ted is always, like in the speech in the bed, like, is there something wrong? I wish we could escape, but we could. And but what will people at the job think? Man, I'll fire them. He just want to give himself to her.
He doesn't He doesn't bring up problems. He brings up solutions. Yeah, or at least he doesn't. Well, not solutions, but
Walter too. It's just we won't have a divorce. We'll get through it. But she doesn't want to.
The thing is, compared to Ted, Walter finds solutions to their problems. Drastic solutions that don't include his family and don't take into account the hurt it could do to his family. He basically chose this path, and now he's forcing everyone to follow him on that path.
Right.
Ted brings up solutions, but really what he's doing is just saying these problems are not as big as you think they are. I'll make it okay, we'll make it fine. Yeah. Don't worry. Like, he's just making her feel good.
She saw him as the answer man.
Yeah.
You have all the solution and everything is simple. There's nothing grave, voyons.
Nothing bothers you.
Nothing is important. It's not, voyons.
Yeah.
It's not grave. C'est pas grave.
Well, not too bad. Nothing is too bad. Nothing is, Yeah, I understand.
Not important.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw the character of Skyler as someone who's just going with the flow of Walter. Like, Walter is having something, Skyler was just bounce it back.
She's fighting back now.
It's like head and flow. It's like he's having a much wave, like he's living in the adrenaline rush, but she's gonna have the greatest sex of her life. Well, Walter is going back to meth, she will follow.
I think we can say that when the show started, Skyler was wearing the pants in the family. She was dealing. She is
a strong character.
Yes, but now that Walter's secret is out, he's done listening. He wants to take control. He wants to make the decision. So now he's forcing her to follow him, and she's not willing to give him anything else. So that's why she keeps going to Ted.
Yeah.
So they'll need to work that out.
But it's not her way to be a follower, maybe.
She's not happy. Even if she pretends that she's happy with Ted, she's never going to be happy as long as there's Walter at her house, holding the reins and doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
She'll need to do something about that.
but I think she needs a lot of trust. When someone is fierce as her, it's because you have problem with trusting someone or everyone, or you have problem with just you're used to lead the way. Like you need to trust yourself. But at the moment, Walter is like, trust me. How can she trust him if he's dealing drugs and having problems and doesn't listen to her? So right now she's having problem trusting him. So you will have to do one shit show of a trust to win her back.
You think it can be done? You think they can actually work this out?
It's Breaking Bad. I don't know what I can see.
We will see later on.
Yeah.
It's a long conversation, but we need to talk about Hank a little bit before we move on.
Hank, we talked about it during the episode and last episode too. Like it's still a showing of someone who doesn't want to talk about mental health, PTSD.
Doesn't want to show weakness.
Yes, just weakness. You need to talk about it, man. You saw someone's chopped head off on a tortoise, and right after you vomited, you threw up, like the turtles explodes, and all your colleagues were bleeding and losing arms and legs.
It's a traumatic experience. We remember.
It's a traumatic situation that you lived in, and you need to talk about it, man. If you don't want about your best friend, you can go to a psychologist.
I do understand this side of him, though, because I also don't, like the idea of talking to someone about my issues. So, yes, I know toxic, behavior about your own feelings and stuff. I know about this. Not healthy. But I understand him about, going through this. I understand him not wanting to talk to someone, and he's seeing it as a weakness. He's seeing it as going to talk to someone means, saying that you have a problem and saying that you have issues that you need to work on, and that's showing weakness. That's something he's been working against for 2 seasons now. So he is very quick to finding an escape to that, He's showing strength, and now he's showing obsession. Last episode he showed recklessness, trying to, let some steam out.
Yep.
But this time it's obsession because he was about to leave.
He was stressed. He was really stressed out. He was faced with the situation that he need to go back to El Paso, and he doesn't want to go. Just the call that he had about the blue meth, it's one way to, it's one easy escape. Like, I do this for the blue meth because I'm on that skate and I'm so near. And fuck off, man. Fuck off.
We know, that's the thing. We know he's near. We know that what he has is a truly to Heisenberg. This could be dangerous. But he doesn't. As far as he knows, it's a little sample of the thing. It's not going to lead him to Heisenberg at all. And he'll have to basically knock on like 29 doors to see, like, are you Heisenberg? Like, if you have an RV, are you Heisenberg? Like, it's a stretch. It's a huge stretch. And because they don't know that Heisenberg is actually behind that sample, it's crazy to imagine him going through all of that. Because you don't see that as fulfilling at all. There's no point. We understand that he's close. He doesn't. So it's obsession. It's definitely obsession. He wants to.
It's
focus
a fake
on that.
obsession.
Fake, yes and no, because he is obsessed with finding.
He is obsessed with finding, but it's only to pas control his mind, but.
In this situation, it's to keep him out of El Paso. It's the reason he found to not go back. So yes.
No, we give him a little rope, même pas. It's a feel. It's not even a rope. It's a thread. Like, and he's grabbing it like his life depends on it because he doesn't want to go to El Paso.
Yeah. He got very vulnerable when he said he couldn't go back, but then after that he had to add to
No, I can't because I'm so near. You can see it in his boss's face. Like, really, man.
They understand. It's just, I mean, they work in the same field. They have probably seen their fair share of stuff. They also have to deal with trauma.
I do hope they know how to treat with drama, and maybe you can see people having flashbacks and doesn't want to go back to somewhere where they had a traumatic experience. It's Hank.
It's Hank. I'm just going to say, like the few times we've seen him break, it's never easy. I sure hope he doesn't, you know, he doesn't let it build up till it eventually breaks up again, you know, till he eventually blows up again, because I mean, whenever it happens, it's not fun, and it gets worse too, you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
and we saw a little bit of Mary, like
yeah, she cares.
Yeah, I said that she was the one I despised the most, but
you like the least.
Yes, it's kind of like that. I like her the least, but right in this episode we saw her as I feel that she feels that Hank doesn't want to go, and she's scared for him.
That's one thing
and
you
she
can
saw
say.
that he doesn't want to go, maybe.
It's definitely something that we agree on with Mary. Despite her issues and her faults, she knows her husband, she understands him, and she cares for him. So that's definitely something we can all agree on with Mary.
Yep.
Okay, so we will move on because some of the next few episodes are going to be intense, and I can't wait to see them.
So thanks you guys a lot for watching. If you like the video, leave a like, and you can see you can go on Patreon
and watch the next episode right away if you want. The link is in the description.
And if not, we can see you next week on YouTube.
That ending took some strength out of you. Okay, bye guys.